Hi guys, I would like to share with you today that I'm going to be picking out some plants in my yard that volunteered that I am going to give away to some friends. So over here are boysenberry bush that self grew from the cane, and let me show you another one. Over here we have a ton of Jerusalem artichokes, or also known as sunchokes. They just grew from the sunchokes that I grew last year. I tried to pull as many out as possible, but you always end up leaving some behind. So I'm going to pull out a few for friends, and then later on a few for family, and let them have crops, because they produce a ton of root crops that you can prepare them any way that you prepare potatoes. You can roast them, bake them, pan fry them, and they are high in inulin. That's where they store their sugars, and therefore it's safe for diabetics to eat, and in fact better for them to eat. So and then it's full of iron and many other nutrients. So typically you eat what's down at the bottom, and I have a friend who has a horse, and you can use it as food for livestock. Well, it's in that case is not a cow, but she can also feed it to her horse, or she can eat it because it's meant for, it's a food item, it's a food crop. And I think that is it. I'm gonna hand out some seeds and a berry bush and sunchokes today, and I'll show you what they look like afterwards. So here is the boysenberry. It's a cross between blackberries and loganberry, not to be confused with loganberry and several other berries. And a man named Boisen was able to get the cultivar from someone, and he started to grow it on his farm, and he sold some, and years later he gave up on it and sold his farm, and other farmers heard about it, so they went to ask him if he had any more of the boysenberry, and he stated that he had sold his farm years ago, and he doesn't have any of those cultivars. And so Knott and another farmer decided to go look at his old farm for any traces of this cultivar, and they were able to. And so the Knott's family farm grew it and sold many plants, made pies and jams and stuff out of it, and that is how Knott's berry and Knott's jams and jellies came from. So that was interesting to learn. I had no idea. And over here are the sunchokes, and I just pulled them out of the ground. I was going to look for the little rhizomes, the little roots that look like ginger for you, but I think it's busily growing from it and providing these roots, and I couldn't really find a little piece. But over where I had pulled them from, it looks like it's significantly bare than it was before, with these stalks removed. But I'm not afraid, because they multiply prolifically. Both this boysenberry and the sunchokes are able to provide prolific roots and berries and spread. So I hope you found that interesting.